You know, you look at the AI world right now, and it feels like all the noise is coming from everyone but Google. OpenAI is pushing hard, XAI is dominating headlines, and then there's Google. Just quiet. But here's the thing. Based on some pretty revealing leaked documents, that radio silence isn't what you think. They're not falling behind. They're changing the entire game.
Right? On one side, you've got this constant drumbeat of releases, new models, and media hype. And on the other, you've got Google. And it's so quiet, it's got a lot of people thinking they've lost their touch. Which, naturally, leads to the big question.
So, are they? Is Google actually falling behind in the AI race? Well, if these leaks are anything to go by, the answer is a huge no. See, they haven't just been tinkering away on a better chatbot, they've been building something on a whole other level.
And this is the core idea. We're about to see a fundamental shift away from a reactive AI assistant that just sits there waiting for your next command to a proactive AI employee, an agent that anticipates what you need and just works for you. That's the whole philosophy behind Gemini 4.
But to really get your head around how big of a leap Gemini 4 is, we gotta rewind a little. We have to look at the blistering pace of innovation that brought us to this point. It's actually kind of wild how much has happened in such a short time.
So it really all started in 2023 when Google Brain and DeepMind officially joined forces. That merger led to Gemini 1.0, which was a huge deal because it was natively multimodal. In plain English, that means it was designed from day one to understand text, images, and audio all at once, not just some separate models taped together. Then, through 2025, the next few versions became the smart glue holding the entire Google ecosystem together.
But the real explosion happened with Gemini 1.5. It used a smarter architecture and, get this, a 1 million token context window. That's like going from being able to remember a paragraph to remembering an entire epic novel. It could analyze a 44-minute silent movie or find one specific detail in a 400-page document flawlessly. That massive context ability is the foundation for everything that's coming next.
And that brings us to right now, to the arrival of the AI employee. Thanks to industry leaks and a whole lot of research papers, we have a surprisingly clear picture of what makes Gemini 4 so revolutionary.
This whole AI employee idea really rests on a few core pillars. We're talking about a memory that actually lasts, a completely new way of solving problems, and then giving the AI actual senses and hands to interact with the world for you.
Okay, first up, persistent memory. Finally. This means the AI will remember you. It'll remember your projects, the way you like things formatted, your communication style, and not just for one chat, but across days and weeks. You can finally stop explaining the same things over and over again.
Now, this next one, this is the real mind-blower. It's called parallel hypothesis exploration. Instead of just spitting out the first answer it thinks of, the AI internally brainstorms multiple solutions at the same time. It then stress tests all of them and only gives you the absolute best one. All that back and forth iteration, it happens inside the AI before you even see a response.
And all of this comes together in what's called the agent framework. Project Astra gives it senses, letting it see and hear what's going on in real time. Project Mariner gives it hands, to click around websites, use apps, and even tap into a secure wallet to do things like book flights for you. And all of it is powered by that persistent memory we just talked about.
Now, these features are incredible on their own, but Google's true secret weapon is integration. See, other AIs are just apps you open. Google is building Gemini 4 directly into the fabric of the tools you already use every single day. It's basically becoming an AI operating system for your life.
And that integration starts at the most personal level imaginable, on the devices you're wearing right now.
So imagine this. You're talking to Gemini on your phone, then you raise your Pixel Watch, and it picks up the conversation right where you left off, fully aware of the context. Or just having a continuous hands-free chat through your Pixel Buds while you're walking around. It's all seamless, all powered by chips right on the device.
From your wrist, this intelligence then just naturally expands into your home, completely changing how you manage your space.
Your Nest Hub won't just handle simple commands anymore. It'll understand complex, multi-step requests. And your Nest Cam? It can scan hours of footage in seconds to answer a simple question like, hey, did a package get delivered today? It makes your smart home actually smart.
But honestly, the biggest impact might just be in your work life. This is where Gemini goes from being a handy tool to being a legitimate teammate.
We're talking about an AI that doesn't just check your calendar for you, it manages it.
It'll be able to read and summarize your mountain of emails, find available meeting times for a whole group of people, and schedule everything across different apps, all without you having to do a single thing.
Okay, so this future sounds pretty incredible, but how real is it? And when can we actually expect to get our hands on it? Let's dig into what the experts are saying and what the timeline looks like.
Well, this isn't just wishful thinking. Demis Hassabis, the CEO of DeepMind, went on the record in January 2026 and said his team is laser-focused on Gemini 4. When a CEO says that, and it's backed up by record-breaking spending on AI infrastructure, you know it's the #1 priority. And the audience is already there. By the end of 2025, Gemini already had a staggering 750 million monthly users, just because it's built into things like Android and Google Search. That massive user base means that when Gemini 4 does launch, its impact is going to be felt instantly and on a global scale.
So, the timeline? Well, if Google sticks to its usual patterns, we should be getting a pretty major preview at the Google I/O conference in May of 2026. That would likely be followed by some kind of beta or early access release later in the year, with the full broad rollout happening sometime in 2027.
So, when you boil it all down, here's the real takeaway. We're on the verge of moving beyond a simple chatbot you ask questions to, and toward a true digital teammate that helps orchestrate your entire life. The vision for Gemini 4 isn't just a slightly smarter AI, it's a whole new way of working with technology. So the only question left is, are you ready for it?